How's it going, everybody? We're here on a Thirsty Thursday with you. When this comes out, it'll be a Friday, though. As always, I am Cole Moeller, alongside...
It's Graf, baby.
It's Brett.
And we have two special guests this week. Special guest number one, care to say your name?
Connor Hermiston.
Oh,
Glad
at
to
the
be
same
here.
time.
I thought I was number one.
No, you are. You go first.
All right. Well, I
Arrogant.
already introduced myself, so we'll let special guest number two go.
All right. My name is Darick Dunham. I'm the infamous Derek that Griffin hates.
I really fucking hate you.
Griffin, your first take on how this is going to affect our show with Derek being on it.
Dude, so our numbers decreased last week, which was obviously gonna happen because everybody checked out the podcast once and was like, wow,
We set a record last week.
The week before.
Fastest decrease ever, 50%.
See, my prediction was with the guests that it would spike the views, and I think that's going to turn out to be right.
I think we'll beat last week's numbers. I think we went like 76 or something is what Spencer and I talked about, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think as long as you put our names in the title as the guest, you're definitely going to rake in an audience.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about Antonio Brown.
Dude, so Spencer Gritton's not here, so I have to promote him a little bit. We talked a little bit tonight on the phone before the podcast. And so Spencer and I lived 5 minutes from each other in Ankeny this summer. Well, we both got our haircuts and massages from the same sports clip lady.
Cool story, bro.
Decent.
She had purple
Decent.
hair and she was hot.
I've never heard those two words in the same sentence.
Happy
Purple
ending?
hair and hot.
Well, I mean, if she didn't have the purple hair, I mean, it would be a little better, but like I thought she was hot. Spencer thought she was hot, so
Happy ending?
and then just to add on to Spencer being hot, he's about to make a Tinder account tomorrow.
Ooh.
That's a big time move.
We have to promote Spencer Gritton on Twitter. Hashtag Spencer Gets Laid 2019.
I'm not sure who mentioned the happy ending, but I'm curious. Do we have a little Robert Kraft situation going on, or was it just a run-of-the-mill massage? People want to know.
Hey.
We're not going that far.
Hey, you can get 6 rings by doing that shit.
It works every time, except these chicks weren't Korean or whatever. They just had purple hair.
Oh, my God.
We're off to a hot start.
Derek can't even handle it.
We got the racism out of the way right away.
Oh, God.
We need Spencer back to patrol us.
Oh, Spencer's got stats homework to do. A lot of stats homework.
Nerd.
All right, what do we got this week, Griffin?
All right, well, I mean, how about instead of starting off with the Hawks, let's start with something a little different.
Let's start with Cole's polls.
Oh, God, okay. Yeah, I like that.
That's pretty
Go
different.
into it. That way I can start off strong and relax the rest of the pod.
Oh, my
All right.
God.
First off, we're going to go over last week's polls. Poll number 1 from last week. Would you rather be great at everything or the very best at one thing? 37 people voted on this one. 54% said that they would rather be great at everything, and only 46 said they'd be the best at one thing. That surprised me, but that is the final vote on that poll. Poll number 2, this was our Mississippi Valley Fair picks. 17% said Slipknot, 25% said Metallica, 28% said the Chainsmokers, and 30% said Kanye West. So it looks like we're booking Kanye at the fair. 53
You gotta be
people
fucking
voted on that
kidding
one.
me right now.
I can only imagine.
You know,
Actually,
I'm not going to
Cole,
complain if Kanye's at the fair.
why do we have that poll brought up right now? I am so mad you put the Chainsmokers instead of the Joe Bros when Spencer and I both said the Joe Bros would be the one.
Yeah, that was my fault. I'll take blame for that one, bud. Sorry.
So mad about that.
I can just visualize right now Griffin just listening to the year 3000 with his bush bra on at the Mississippi Valley Fair.
His bra.
the bush bra. I found
For
out.
those of you who
I
don't
literally got
know,
that thing
Griffin
handed
put
to
a
me.
random bra on at the fair last year, and then proceeded to put bush lights in each. I don't know.
Tit.
What do you call it?
I had
Boob.
one in each cup. It was a cup. Let's remain PG on this podcast, please. I had a bush light in each cup, and then one in each hand. It was called
Doesn't make it
efficiency.
any less gay.
How many, were you able to fit multiple beers in these cups, or was it just a one banger?
It was kind of a smaller cup.
I'll tell you what, he was like 10 rows behind me. We made eye contact, and it was something special.
It was a really special moment between Connor and I.
All right, moving on. Poll number 3. What is the most important first impression? 34 people voted on this one. Notice we do have more votes this week than last week, even though we had significantly less viewers. 50% of people said the looks. 47 said personality. 0 people said talent. Cool. And 3%, which is probably one whopping person, said other. That was probably Darick.
I don't have Twitter anymore.
Actually, let's ask Derek and Connor. What did you guys vote on?
Well, I don't have Twitter anymore, so I did not vote, but I could give you my opinions.
All right, what's your opinion?
All right, on the third poll or all of them?
On the first impression poll.
First impression, I would have to go with looks.
I'm pretty sure I voted looks as well.
Because if somebody comes up to me and they're like, hey, my friend thinks you're attractive, if I look at them and I don't think they're attractive, then odds are I'm probably not interested in getting to know them more. That's super douchey to say, but it's
Story
true.
of his life.
Wow, the sad life of Derek.
Dude, I'm single for a reason.
Well, if you think first impression, I mean, when you first see them, you see what they look like. You're not seeing how they act. So really, looks isn't a bad way to go.
No, I don't
Derek.
disagree.
I feel like the only reason people don't like you right away is because they look at you and know you have a tiny dick. And that is why.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey, 2 inches does damage at 200 miles an hour.
I told you that one.
That's Griffin saying.
Come on. But you have a good point there. It really does do a lot of damage.
All right. Shall we move on to this week's polls?
Well, I suppose, since it's called Cole's Polls.
Cole's polls. Here we go. Poll number 1. This is kind of a trending thing on my track team. Don't ask me why, but we talk about this often. How many third graders would it take to beat you up? 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, or 15 plus? 16 plus, I guess.
Well, I'll go first.
I would say 5 to 10.
What was the fourth answer?
16 plus, I think.
15.
Over 15.
I would say over 15 because I watched Age of Ultron last night and I kind of feel like Captain America. So I would definitely go plus 15.
So that's what gave you your answer because of a movie you watched last night.
When I watch Avengers movies, I all of a sudden feel like Captain America.
Oh my god.
So
What have these kids done to me?
Did
They've
they make me
they're
lick white dog
royally
shit?
just-
oh,
they royally
Connor
picked
beat me
you
to
off.
it.
And you're just sick of them. You're sick of all the little snotty comments and remarks, and you're just ready to whoop ass.
I would say 16.
Just imagine Brett and Cole casually walking home from shitty job interviews, and they see the kids in the playground, and they make Dale Doback lick white dog shit.
I heard, I don't know, those kids were a little older than third graders, but I heard this theoretical question. I mean, we thought to a movie I also watched recently, which is one of the greatest movies of all time, Step Brothers. I'd probably
I got
say
a belly full of white dog shit in me, and now you lay this on me?
I would probably say 10 to 15.
Darick?
I mean,
It'd take one with Darick.
You guys touched on it with your last podcast. I have been lifting now, so easily 15 plus.
Fuck, I said 10.
Just because you can lift doesn't mean you can kick ass.
Well, how big are we talking? Like morbidly obese kids, or like just
Oh my
regular?
God, Darick.
I mean, you get a couple of those big kids that hit puberty in third grade weighing down your legs.
Because-
they can take you out.
All right, you can pick some of these kids up and use them as a weapon on the other kids. That'll take out a few of them. Am I wrong?
Just sounds brutal.
He's got a point.
But why'd you have to bring the obese kids into this?
Because it's 2019.
Just how it works.
And this is a problem that needs to be.
Derek, I've seen your arms, and they're not as good as you make them look on Instagram.
I'm looking at them right now. They look pretty nice.
Brett, I don't know if you read my
Nice
comments.
and vascular.
It's about the angles, bro.
Bro.
At least he's natural.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
At least
Shout
I
out to all
haven't-
the naturals.
At least I haven't put anything illegal in my body.
Brett, dead ass question. Could you beat Darick in arm wrestling right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
I don't
Well, I
think
got my
so.
money on
Yeah,
Darick,
so
I
zip
think.
your lip.
I'm just saying. Never mind.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Me and Brett have wrestled before.
And
it has
who's
been-
won?
And it's been fairly even the whole time. Am I wrong?
Yeah, and I have like 70 pounds on you, so I should just stop.
Brett, we still got to have our bout.
I will kill you.
Are you two gonna fight?
Not if I pull out a gat.
You don't have a gat.
I don't have a gat, really.
Prove it.
This man has some stuff. We've seen his basement. It's pretty sketchy.
All right. Let's move on to poll number.
Yeah, let's move on to something else.
Oh, God. Okay, Brett.
I hate everyone.
Well,
All right.
I
Poll number
suppose-
2. Griffin gave me this idea on Twitter. Is it called a walking taco or is it called a taco in a bag?
Don't even. I literally told you I was going to talk about that later.
Too bad.
Taco in a bag.
I think it's a walking taco.
It's a walking taco for
It's
sure.
a
I
taco
can't
in a
say
bag.
I've ever heard someone call it a taco in a bag before until now.
Walking
Morgan.
taco.
Okay, everybody from DeWitt calls it a taco in a bag, and I don't understand why you'd ever call it a taco in a bag because I
Walking
get
taco or
it's
taco
in
in a bag?
but you're gonna walk with it. I was born and raised on walking taco. You gotta call it a walking taco.
As was I.
I got-
These people are raised in fucking caves or something that call it a taco in a bag. And they smoke jewels or something. I don't know.
That's you, Griffin.
Oh, yeah.
Griffin's going to be the 7th guy to die from juuling.
I hope so.
Me too.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to organize a podcast with 2 people.
Yeah, get that bully off.
Yeah, we tried it tonight.
We tried our hardest.
You tried so hard to get me off this podcast. I don't think I want to share the messages in the group chat that we had on Twitter. How rude you guys were to me.
We weren't even that bad.
No, we were rude because you said you couldn't do it. And then you're like, oh, I got it. I can do it now. So we're like, oh, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, have you ever heard of like you had plans and then those plans got canceled and then you're like, oh yeah, I can do it now. And then you guys were like, no, we can't have any Brett on the podcast.
Is Morgan there?
Yeah,
Were
she
those-
is.
Were those plans because of Morgan?
No, it's because of my meeting and yeah, she's pissed.
Oh,
Ripped.
you got to get rid of that thing.
Get rid of
Why?
Morgan,
For
is that what
you?
said?
For you, Derek?
No, I don't want it. I don't.
Oh.
I don't play with what my friends played with. That's mean.
You're bad at this.
I'm a guest.
You're bad.
I'm a guest, guys. I'm not supposed to be good at this. I would just like to go out and say that, this whole podcast was my idea a few months ago.
It all comes out.
I would
Can we
like
confirm that?
I would like all the fans to know that I was the one that put it in the group
Can
chat.
we get some confirmation on this? Because I don't remember this.
I will go back and look
I
at
don't
the
remember
text.
either.
Yeah. I would love for you to go through like thousands of messages in our group chat just to
gonna
find
find
that you were right.
I'd like to personally claim that I was one of the first fans that got behind the PPP.
I can stand behind that.
Connor has definitely been on board since he was all
Day
really
one.
excited when I was even had the idea of actually starting this. It was always an idea, but of really taking off with it.
All right. So it's called a walking taco.
Brett's bets.
Yeah, go ahead and do Brett's bets.
You want to?
If you want to leave us, sure.
I don't want to leave you guys yet.
Oh, God bless.
Look at him. He's trying to kick you out.
Yeah, I knew it was Cole the whole time. I'm sure he was texting you. I'm sure he was texting you outside of the group chat.
No, me and him never talk outside the group chat.
Yeah.
Only
I
selfies
texted
on
Griffin.
Snapchat.
I said,
Yeah,
I
you're
don't want
like-
Brett on this podcast anymore.
I know you did. That's some shit
I
you
said
do.
we should replace him with Darick.
That's actually messed up.
Then
I'm
we got
fucking
Connor. It was like a
kidding.
two-headed monster.
I think that deserves to
Who's
be a
two-headed
Colts
monster? Me and you, Griff?
Yeah.
Next week, Cole's polls in the making here. Just kidding, Brett. Go ahead with your bets.
Hi guys. My name's Brett.
Be nasty.
Do this.
Rocking with you on a Friday.
Okay,
Well,
I'm sorry. Can you guys hear my chair?
now I have to do that all over again.
No, you really don't. I mean, it's part of the pod. I know Spencer's not going to edit this part out.
Hey guys. It's Brett. Rocking
Brett.
with you on a Friday. It's time for my bets. Brett's bets.
Okay.
So last week, I gave you some more risky picks. I went with a lot of point spreads. We had one pick 'em with the Broncos, and we went 6-3 on my regular picks, and we hit the sleeper. The sleeper was Army plus 22 against Michigan. I'm sure many of you sports fans heard how that game ended. So, lifetime, I'm 13-5, and actually I'm 14-6 with the sleepers. So, if you're taking my picks, you're making money. Right, Griffin?
Absolutely.
All right, so moving on to week 3. I got 9 picks again for you, one sleeper. BYU at home against USC. They are 4-point dogs. Let's take the money line, plus 165. BYU just
Plus
came out of
165
means that you're gonna get plus odds. So say you throw $100 down, you're gonna win $165.
I knew that already. I'm just trying to educate the
Yeah,
outsiders.
educate people who don't know, like Darick. So then, BYU at home. They just beat Tennessee last week. USC playing with a true freshman quarterback. This is a 2:30 start Central Time. So this is like 12:30. No, this would be 1:30 Mountain Time. So early game for USC. Next game, Kansas State on the road at Mississippi State. No rhyme or reason behind this one. Kansas State's a pretty good team. I don't know. You're getting those odds at minus 110. So that would mean that if you put down $22, you're going to win 20. So, maybe these type of picks with the point spread, maybe you put them in a parlay. When you do that, you have close to even odds. So when you do that, some sort of multiplication factor where you're going to get plus odds, you're probably going to get like maybe 200 to 300 odds, which means for the kids that don't know, that's like putting $100 down to win $200 to $300. Okay?
Nice.
Next one, Maryland on the road at Temple. We're going to take Temple plus 7. This is kind of a hot take. This was one of my thought about being a sleeper.
Wait, Temple or who?
Temple at home against Maryland.
You got to be kidding me. You're taking Temple in this?
I'm taking Temple.
We said
Maryland.
Temple's a 7-point dog.
7-point dog. Temple
The fact that they're a 7-point dog really surprises me.
Yes.
I still would take Maryland.
I can't see Maryland winning by at least 50.
Yeah, they're way too high right now.
Yes. So Maryland, obviously just came off the biggest win in their one of the biggest wins they've had. And they absolutely blew out Syracuse. So I know a lot of people really didn't know about Syracuse coming into the year. And I think they're not that good. And I don't think that Maryland's is that good. So putting them on the road at Temple, 11 o'clock kickoff. I'm going to take Temple plus the points. This is kind of I think Maryland will win this game, but it's going to be a tight one. All right. Spencer, you're going to have to edit this out. Nick, you're a fucking loser. All right. So next up, we have Virginia, who's a 7.5-point favorite at home against Florida State.
Are they really?
State, yes. Oh, my God. All right, and then we got UCF at home, 8.5-point favorite against Stanford. Colts plus 3.5 at Tennessee. Packers 2.5-point favorites at home against the Vikings. Chargers 2-point favorites on the road at the Detroit Lions. And my sleeper pick is Eastern Michigan on the road against Illinois. They're gonna win. That's plus
That's
200.
Not a sleeper. Illinois is awful.
Okay, they're 2-0, and Eastern Michigan is plus 232, so that'll get you $232 if you bet 100. Thank you. Hopefully next week I am answering you at 10-0.
Probably not.
Is Uyghur still at Eastern Michigan?
Uyghur graduated. He would have had to have graduated like 4 years ago.
Wasn't he out there? Wasn't he there last year?
Oh no. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking of Brandon Wager. No.
Brandon Wager. That's way back.
Yeah. No. Tyler Uyghur is graduated. He was a grad transfer.
Oh, right.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to talk about a little bit of past Hawkeyes there. Might as well get into this Iowa State-Iowa game a little bit.
All right.
Cole, you want to talk about it? Cole?
I'll talk about it.
Oh, Connor, you want to talk about it?
Of course I want to talk about it.
All right,
Darick?
I guess I won't talk about it.
Does Darick want to?
I'd love to.
I don't care what Darick thinks. All right, so.
Thanks for asking me.
Oh, your mic was muted. I didn't know.
Brett, would you like to talk about it?
What are we talking about?
The Hawks.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'd love to know what Cole has to say.
I feel like Cole has good stuff to say.
Let's hear it.
I got a lot of stuff to say about the Hawkeyes.
All right, well, fellas. We've won 4 straight against the Clowns from Ames. We are 44-22-1 against them all time. This is the, what is it going to be, the 66th meeting? Oh, 67th meeting. Getting there, that magical 69th. And I bet we win that one by 100.
I'd rather them win by just 69.
I could go for that.
You can't go wrong with 2 69s.
No, that double trouble, man. That's double nice.
It's like a couple twins.
Just like a good set of twins.
A first episode reference.
This is the 12th time we've been playing them when Iowa's ranked. I guess I didn't look up the record on that. I probably should have, now that I think about it. Let's just say we won them all. Yeah, we have actually. Now I'm looking at it. Yep. Score was 13-3 last year. It's kind of a rough game out of both teams. So, kind of bounce off last year and maybe talk about the UNI Iowa State game this year and then get into this year's game. So let's hear what you fellas have to say.
Well, we'll throw one more stat out there. I saw that Iowa is 1-6 in games played when game day is present. So that was kind of an unsettling statistic there.
It was very unsettling, and
That's probably because the team Iowa was playing was really damn good. Therefore, game day was there.
Every time, actually, or no. What did you say? 1-6? I think
1-6.
5 of the times Corso has picked them, and all 5 times they've lost.
I think Corso's going to pick Iowa State.
I think so too.
I think a lot of people are going to start picking Iowa State.
Not me, baby. Hawks all day.
I mean, Iowa State's last 2 regular season games against UNI and Drake, they won by a combined total of 6 points.
Did you look up some stuff for this?
No, I just remember that Drake was the team that they played last year.
He's got great memory, fellas.
You should know, Brett. I can't.
I do. I do know you have. I know you have great memory. Okay, one thing I'm worried about, though, Matt Campbell says he absolutely loves having a bye after week 1 and having it during week 2.
That's the dumbest statement I've ever heard in my life.
I don't think that is dumb.
I think it's very dumb, and I'll argue that all day.
I think it's a good statement.
1 week?
If you're
1 week,
if
and
you're
you want to buy?
Fellas, I got a stat for you. The most Iowa's beaten Iowa State by is 41. That's happened twice. Once back in 1983 when Iowa was ranked 10th, and once in 2016 when we ranked 16th. So I'm thinking Iowa by 69 on Saturday.
I love the prediction.
I like it.
69-0.
69-0.
I think it'll be close in the first quarter at least, just because of all the hype leading up to the game. But then I really think it's going to be a blowout because Iowa State last year they relied heavily on their 2 of the best players they've ever had in program history, with David Montgomery and Hakeem Butler. And who's their star player now? Brock Purdy. But who's he throwing to?
No one.
Who are they handing the ball off to? I guess I
love that, Darick. You just changed my mind a little bit.
I just don't see. I know they have a good defense, but I don't see their offense putting up anything against Iowa's defense, which, in my biased opinion, is better.
All right. I'm worried about the Iowa linebackers. We've talked about it since week 1. I don't totally trust them in coverage. I think Merriweather's out this weekend.
Yeah, he's in a boot today in class.
Yeah, Merriweather is out.
They were going to bench him anyway.
No, I don't think so.
Were they really?
No, they actually were.
All right. Well,
I have Hawkeye Insider.
I don't think they were.
Either I'm just a shitty football fan. I thought he played well. Was it week 1? I was at the game.
Merriweather played well, but their other 2 linebackers did not.
I don't think they would bench Merriweather. I don't think they would.
No, they were actually going to. He had attitude, apparently.
Who's playing in front of him?
Were you in the meeting?
No, but I have a friend that was.
Oh. Luke Empin?
One of Tucker's friends, yes. Thou shall not be named, though.
I did notice that Hankins was out for this week as well.
He is out. I forget his injury, though.
Huge loss.
I am a little worried about the secondary.
Now, I'm going to go based off of these. Iowa has allowed through 2 games 185 total yards.
Decent.
And through 1 game, Iowa State allowed 262 to UNI.
I mean, honestly, it's going to come down to the defenses.
228 of that they allowed was passing yards against UNI. So, with the way Iowa's passing offense has been, I mean, we're averaging through 2 games 248 a game.
I think our offense right now, I mean, it hasn't shown its full potential, in my opinion, but is a lot better. Is very underrated. You know, we have Mekhi Sargent, who's a good RB1. Torrin Young, just a big back. But then Goodson, a freshman, who's also showed really good signs. We haven't seen a lot from our tight ends, but our wide receivers this year are good, and we have a lot of weapons.
I love Tyler Goodson when he comes in just randomly, like in the middle of second quarter, and when they're both tired, and he gets like a 15-yard run on his first carry. I mean, he's done it both games.
He's a true freshman, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he'll play in every game this year. I don't think they'll redshirt him.
Yeah, I think he'll only get more reps as the season goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's better than Ivory Kelly Martin.
I agree.
Hot take.
Which is why he hasn't played.
I think we can expect to see Ivory in a different jersey next year if Goodson keeps it up.
Yeah, I think he transfers easily.
Is he a?
I think he's a junior. I think Sargent a junior as well.
Yes.
I think all three of those backs are juniors.
Wow.
Torrin Young is a redshirt senior, I believe, because Alyssa Kroc and Allie Russell are friends with him, I believe. They were their freshman year. Yeah, he's a redshirt senior. But, this is another good stat from the Hawks. I'm sorry, I have to bring this one up. You guys, I'm not actually sorry. We've, through 2 games, averaged rushing yards allowed 69.
Oh,
beautiful stat.
Beautiful stat.
My favorite stat so far.
Brett, I'll be honest. I wasn't listening. The spread for the Iowa State game is Iowa 2 under.
Yeah.
What do you think here? Did you talk about it?
No, I didn't.
So what are you thinking here? If you were an unbiased fan.
If I was an unbiased fan, I'd look to put it in a teaser, which means that you can buy points. So there was one I saw out there where you could buy, I think it was 10 points. So since Iowa State would be a 2-point underdog, you could get them plus 12. I think that would be the best route to take.
I don't blame you there.
Because I don't necessarily agree with Darick that I think it's gonna be a blowout. I actually think it's gonna be a really close game.
Oh,
just another one of those Iowa State games. Like literally, it doesn't matter how good you are. It's always going to be a close game.
I think we beat them so bad that it's like second strings in fourth quarter.
That's the ideal situation, but
I would love that. I would totally be happy.
That's with Griffin talking his actual 69-0 talk right there. But realistically, it's going to be a 1-possession game.
No one's going to be in Jack Trice in the fourth quarter because they're going to be so butthurt. It's going to be a bunch of Iowa fans up in the corner.
I wish I had that much confidence in the Hawks.
Well, I got confidence in them.
Whenever you have that much
Luke
confidence
Empin's going to get
Hawks,
his first snap. Just kidding. He's not traveling.
Poor Luke.
Shoot.
Nice guy. Just can't catch a break. I think Luke Empin should play over Drew Cook, but that's just me.
I noticed Drew Cook got in on some action the other day.
He's not a tight end.
Drew Cook?
Cook's a tight end.
At
Luke
the end of the
tight end.
At the end of the Rutgers game, or it could have been on special teams.
No, Drew Cook got in at tight end, but Luke Empin's not a tight end anymore.
He's an offensive guard.
He is big.
Wow. I didn't know that, actually.
Now you do.
How big is he now? I haven't seen him since we were at your house last summer.
He's like 6'6", 270 maybe.
Oh, he's got a little more weight to put on.
He's got more weight to put on.
Wow.
Well, after they switched him to positions, he told me that they wanted him to put on at least 100 pounds.
Holy shit.
That's Doyle talk, though. You gotta love it.
Doyle.
And it's so
Doyle
doable with him.
That's crazy.
Oh, Doyle rules.
Now you're all in big trouble.
I'll turn this damn bus around and ruin your precious field trip. Oh, what
turn this goddamn bus around.
Anybody else got last things in the Hawks here?
Expect a good old rear end whooping
I think a big thing in this game is going to be the crowd. Obviously, it's in Ames. Iowa State has not beat Iowa for a little bit, and they've been talking mad trash. And now they have College game day coming. I think Iowa is going to have to silence the crowd early on in the game, or I think things could get out of hand.
Silence all that clout.
All of that clout.
Yeah,
but that's just my take.
I think Iowa State is really taking this game day thing to a whole new level, which, I mean, that's fine. I mean, yeah.
Within a good
Iowa
reason.
State would be the only ones to like reference game day and be like, Ames Day. No, not Ames Day. Not even
Lames
close.
Day.
Game day, baby. Because Iowa's there. If you're not playing Iowa, game day is not coming unless you're playing like a number one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, maybe.
Yeah. Oklahoma's like number 3 in the country, and Iowa State would be like maybe a top 15. Maybe.
I still don't think Iowa State gets game day if it's just like a regular Oklahoma game.
No way.
It's got to be a rivalry. That's what brought
they have to go back and forth for like 3 or 4 years of being ranked and playing each other for game day to show up.
I mean, let's be honest. There is. Yeah, the reason it's at Ames is because there's no other good games.
Yeah.
Like, the best game is UCF versus Stanford.
I heard that it was going to be Syracuse and Clemson, and then Maryland annihilated Syracuse.
Which it would have been, actually. I mean, Clemson, obviously, they're number 1 in the country. And Syracuse was pre-ranked ACC matchup, but
the Hawks are
Iowa State out.
The Hawks are definitely shouldering this one because didn't Iowa State fall in the rankings?
Yeah, they did.
They did. But there's just so much hype around it being the best Iowa State team in the last however many years, in the last decade, is that what they keep saying?
I smell 6-6.
I wish. I do think Iowa State's good, and they'll have a good year. I think they'll win 7 games, but I don't think they win 8 or 9.
They barely beat UNI.
Dude, UNI's quarterback. I can't get it.
So what's next? We got Griff's Gear Grinders.
Oh, God. Don't get me started, fellas. All right. So the taco in the bag and the walking taco situation. So did we all agree that it's a walking taco?
I concur.
I also agree.
I've heard both multiple times throughout my life, but I'd probably say walking taco.
I mean, me and Connor were raised in the whole walking taco.
Cedar County walking taco. It's a top 5 snack.
Top 5 concession food of all time.
Oh, for sure. Tipton concession stands make a mean walking taco. But I don't know how you can call it a taco in a bag.
You put sour cream on it?
Oh, it depends on if I'm feeling dirty or not.
Not once. I've never gone the sour cream route with the walking taco.
Do you put sour cream on yours?
Yes. It's a must.
The hard-hitting questions.
See, it really just depends on if I'm feeling really frisky or not. I don't know. But I just, like a taco in a bag, I get it, it's in a bag, but you're going to walk with it. Who stands there and eats a walking taco? You're going to walk and you're going to mobilize a taco in your hand.
The only thing I can say about a walking taco is when you don't walk is if you're at a sporting event. You're just sitting there eating your taco.
It might be a long walk back to your seat. You might have it gone for you.
I tell you what, those things are so damn good. You get it at the concession stand and you want to eat that shit right when you get it. So you're walking and it's gone by the time you get to your seat.
I'll be dead honest. Even though I call it a walking taco, I don't get them ever. I get it like a burger or something. I never get a walking taco.
Oh, dude, I'm all for the walking taco.
They're not big enough.
Yeah, they're too small.
Gotta have more meat. It's all about.
It's
the
like a
meat.
Doritos bag, and then you get whatever inside, and it's not enough.
Dude, when in high school we had walking taco day, I would order double meat and then cover it up with all sorts of toppings. Never tell the lunch lady what I got. Boom, free double meat.
With the reduced fat Doritos.
Yes, gotta be reduced fat. Healthy Kids Act.
Was it actual like taco meat or was it like sloppy Joe meat?
Smash
I
burger.
hated when it was sloppy Joe meat.
Did you
I
guys
guess
eat
I don't
those
know.
burgers?
I
It's
think
at
our,
school
our
lunch?
wonderful lunch program at Tipton High School, I think we got actual ground beef.
That sucks.
That's horseshit.
Nice.
Thanks, Brett.
At Cal, we got this turkey patty thing, and it literally looked like person put cement in like a little patty shape. It was literally like cement colored and just disgusting looking.
We should have a segment on like
Wasn't bad,
school
though.
Lunches. Horrible.
All right, well, moving on from the taco in a bag, walking taco
Okay.
dilemma. All right, so how do you boys order your steaks? Starting with Brett, and then we'll move down the line to Cole and Darick, and then Connor. How do you guys order a steak when you get it? Like a nice 12-ounce sirloin. Let's go with that.
Medium rare.
Okay, Darick.
I'd
Cole?
probably get a medium. Cole.
Love it.
I get medium rare.
Connor.
I'd
Gotta
have
be
to
bloody.
say, medium, nice in between.
Oh my God. Thank you, fellas. I love all. I've had multiple people this week or within the last week since the last podcast tell me, oh, it's got to be medium well. It's got to be.
Ew.
It's got to be.
You
done.
need to go to jail
Yeah, you
or take
you
a
want
drug
me to
test
take off my
because
boot.
something's
and-
not right.
Here, I'll give you a piece of leather instead. Like you gotta have a little red in there. A lot of red is fine too.
It's got to be red.
If
It's
it
got to
ain't
be a
moving-
little juicy, like bloody a little bit, you know?
blood is. It's
If your
juicy.
steak is cooked like a hamburger, what is the point?
I even like my hamburgers a little.
Yeah, me
juicy in
too.
there.
I'm just saying, like, well done.
Yeah,
Nice and cooked. Honestly, I'm more on the rare side than the medium side.
oh, for sure.
I think that's the best. Like when we cook our deer, we just put it on there, warm up the outsides so that it looks cooked, cut in the middle, nice and red. Gorgeous. Delicious.
I'd have to agree. I love my Angus with a little bit of juice.
You like your Angus with a little bit of juice?
Yes, sir.
Interesting take. You had to say Angus. You couldn't say steak.
He's a racist steak
Oh,
eater.
dude, he's a big cattle guy.
Oh, we already got the racism out of the way to start the podcast.
Yeah, dude. I ended the whole racism thing pretty early. Sorry, Koreans. I love you, except for North Korea. Hate you.
We just lost some viewers there.
We don't talk about politics.
We
on this
just lost
podcast.
Kim. We just lost Kim Jong Un.
I didn't think they had podcasts in Korea. I thought that was
They
like,
don't have electricity, do they?
Yeah. I
It's
thought
kind
there
of
was, like-
frowned upon.
I thought like everything was very restricted out there. It's kind of no fun zone.
Well, neither is CD County, Iowa. I don't even know what I just said. Sorry, I'm on my phone while I'm doing
It's
this.
okay, neither do we.
All right, well, that's all I got for Griffin's Gear Grinders. We got to be closing in on our hour right now. We got to be over an hour.
We're not over an hour, but we're getting close.
Oh, cool.
So, what do our guests have to say?
Yeah.
What's one thing you would like to say while on air?
Oh boy. I'll start her off. I'd just like to say it was an honor to talk about the Hawks and other miscellaneous things with you boys. And me and Griffin talked earlier. We can talk some Tiger football.
Oh yeah,
Had-
yeah.
had
I
a-
was about ready to say that. I was waiting for you to kind of see if you're going
Me
to
and
tail
Derek
off
can talk
here.
some cow eat cross country.
a good segue into a new topic here, but interesting story. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. There's a little rivalry between the Tigers and the Durant Wildcats. And
I believe, when did this
Both
start?
awful
I want to
teams.
say it was my brother's senior year. So 2012 is when the rivalry trophy game started.
Hmm.
It's an interesting
so
story.
you were around when that kind of circulated. You can describe the origins of the rivalry there.
So, if I remember correctly, my oldest brother Corey, basically it was they were 0-8 coming into this game against Durant, and something about keep swinging the sledge. And so I'm pretty sure the old coach, one of my all-time favorite coaches, Josh Barr, basically brought a sledgehammer from his house, and it looks like an axe, but it's always going to be the sledge. Started using it as a trophy, and I think they lost that game actually, and he went and
Right.
handed it to him.
The first year they lost, and then he handed him that sledge. You're like, what the fuck is this thing?
Yeah, and basically after that started, and Tipton's won every year since, and so it's always a battle for the sledge, but Durant's never had it back. So half the community doesn't even know what the fuck it is.
So 7 years running, we've had this beat to hell, I don't know, piece of equipment just sitting in our storage room because we always win it. We bring it out once every year, stick it in the ground, win the game, go crazy, pick it up, and then last year, a young man in our team stuck the sledge in the middle of Durant's field.
Can we elaborate on that?
Yeah, we sure can. Do we want to know who this person was?
Yep.
That would be Dylan Menti.
Oh,
Dubs?
Stubby boy.
Did the sledge planting in the middle of Durant's field after a big win.
Some Baker Mayfield shit right there.
That's what sparked it. That was when that whole thing was going down.
I'm gonna butt in and say good night to Brett. Everybody say good night.
Hey,
Good night, Brett.
Piss off.
Good night, everyone.
Piss off.
Good night, Brett.
What a bitch.
Love everyone but Cole.
You're a quitter.
Brett, I will see you
Quitters
tomorrow.
never win.
Yes, Derek. Hit my line, bro, where we're going to meet at.
I will hit your line.
Hit my line, man. Bye.
All right, Connor, continue.
All right. So, anywho, this sledge has been around for a while, and we come to find out we don't know where the hell it's at. So this week we've been looking around for it, can't find it. So this 8-year-old relic in Tipton Tiger football history went missing, to the dismay of Griffin Ormsby. Is very upset by this
I'm so pissed.
this event. So me and a couple football guys go out and we buy a new one. And one kid, not the brightest, takes the sledge and starts beating the shit out of it in the middle of the road. Takes a chunk out of
I
the road.
can probably guess who this was, but I'm not going to.
All right, beats the sledge up, get it spray painted all yellow, make it look like the original, and so we got ourselves a new traveling trophy. Or not traveling trophy because it doesn't travel anywhere.
Ooh, shout out Durant.
But yes, the battle continues tomorrow.
What's actually
Good luck.
Or it'll be when
me,
the pod
Cole,
drops.
and Derek are gonna give some scores here. Let's start with Derek and Cole. What do you guys think tomorrow?
Tipton versus
Tigers and
Durant?
Oh yeah, Durant's
Holy
actually pretty
shit.
decent this year. From what
Do we
I'm
need some
understanding.
context between like the?
This
Two
is one
teams here to
score
get
I
you some
really
help.
don't know anything about.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll throw in some facts
I'll say
here.
69 to 420.
I say
I love
Cali,
it.
with its rich history of football, I should be able to hit this right on the head. I'll go 28-0 Tipton because I don't know anything about either team.
Sure.
I'll go Tipton 24. Durant Wildcats 17.
Close
You
one.
guys-
It's
you guys
always a
know
hard
the
fought
best.
game.
Connor, what position are you?
I play running back, also some tight end, and then I am a safety.
You're not. Are you first string running back?
I am not the first string running back.
Is that Lenz?
Yep, that is Lenz.
Dude, he's out there, man. That kid's quick.
Five touchdowns so far, yeah. For Lenz there.
Connor's such a big boy. So proud of you.
All 175 pounds of me.
Dude, I'm going Tipton 69, Durant nothing tomorrow.
How much are you, Connor?
175.
Damn, son, you got 40 pounds on me.
Holy shit.
You got 14 on.
Well, I'm just saying, don't lose the sludge. You do, I'm not talking to you for like a month.
We don't plan on it. I could never live with the embarrassment.
I'm just saying, last week you didn't plan on something going wrong, and things went wrong last week.
Things went wrong, and they went wrong bad.
I wasn't there for it. I can't say much, but I was not happy. Being an alum, I have to say that.
You know, I gotta say, Tipton football is ranked this week or not?
I'm guessing we're not ranked anymore because we took an L last week, so we got
Pretty hefty one.
We got to claw back into those rankings there.
Who'd you play last week?
We played Benton Schellsburg.
That's kind of a haul.
Yeah, it was. They had a lot of motivation that game. It was a big game for them.
Brandon Field Day.
It was their Super Bowl. Huh?
They had a community thing going on there, and their up and coming team. This is a tough fact to face, but the first home game they won in 4 years.
Oh, really?
Are you serious?
Yeah,
4 years.
Oh, yikes!
4 years. Yep, first game on that turf field they won though.
Kudos to them. They to take.
We played pretty bad, and they took it to us there in that first half. So.
Wow.
Well, make sure that don't happen tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys want to talk just a little bit of Cal Week cross country?
Sure.
You know,
what do you want to know?
Not really anything.
Well, Chase Canucky is really, really good.
So is Caleb Shoemaker.
Watch him live in action Tuesday, both of them.
Canucky finished 8 seconds behind Caleb Shuey at Tipton. So, good race for him. I believe the Comanche kid took the W there, though.
He did, yes.
He's good. Good runner. Other than that, Cowee is kind of banged up on the cross-country side. I think they have 4 runners right now that will score at state. They're missing one. By the word on the street is that the one kid just came back from an injury, so hopefully we'll see him soon, next week possibly, and see what their team could really be looking like. Other than that, the highlight right now is Chase Canucky doing real good, so not much.
I think no matter what happens in the season, no Cowee team will ever be better than the 2017 senior-led team.
2016, I believe.
2016, my bad. I don't know when I graduated. By me, Cole, Chandler Dunn, Hunter Rickles, Liam Ballinger, and then some other people I can't think of the names right now. But we won. We were really, really good. We have the stats to prove it.
Yeah, we basically showed up, won, collected our medals, and went home.
I think we won a meet by 74 points. It's a ton.
It's pretty fun. But hopefully Cal
Where do you guys run at?
What do we run at?
Yeah.
Here's our meet schedule. You want to hear it?
No, I want to know, like, you guys host a Cal Week meet, right?
You guys don't have a track, correct?
Nope.
Correct. We do not have a track.
We have a golf course.
We're not rich.
So do you run at Wapsie Oaks?
No.
No.
Oh,
Cowee doesn't host any.
We don't host a cross country or a track meet.
Our home meet is like the North Cedar meet in Loudon.
Which we won.
By 74
Nice.
points. To Clinton.
We put 5 people in the top 7.
To Clinton, really?
Yeah, big schools.
Wow.
North Scott, I think.
It's Clinton 4A.
Yeah.
Well, get the 4A schools out of here.
Whacking them. Our senior year, we never lost to a 2A team the whole year. Never.
Wow, impressive.
2A state champs, even though we were in 1A.
I want to say Tipton did something like that last year. Maybe they did lose one.
Tipton won state.
Well, they won state, but I want to say they
Connor,
beat
you need to go out for
one.
that cross team, man. Get you a state
Oh,
championship.
give me a state title.
Yeah. They're gonna
I've
win state by
I experienced
70 points this year.
I experienced state track in May. That was a fun time.
What event?
Connor, you just need to start
4x4.
All right. What was your split?
I ran like a 52.9, I believe.
Garbage.
I'm not very fast. I got
That's
carried
pretty
this day.
solid. That's solid.
It's faster than
Connor, that was about my fastest was a 51 split.
Was it really?
51.5 or something like that. So you're right there.
Yeah, right.
Don't keep
cares
up with
about
that.
That sounds very fabricated.
Your 110 high split was 51 seconds.
Oh, yes. Maybe a district, so I was dying from strep throat.
We came in. We were the last seed to get. We came in at large bid and came in 24th, finished 21st. So that's all you can ask for.
Proud of you.
Well, there we go. Yeah. Everyone, keep your eye out on Tipton and Coweta cross-country teams. Going to be good to watch. More Tipton so right now than Coweta, but
It's coming along.
I would just like to say, with my comments earlier in the podcast about how this was my idea, I have scrolled all the way back to March 10th in our group chat, and I have not found it yet, but I am putting work in. I did say it.
It's not going to happen. You through the
When I
whole
find
time right now.
I have this entire time I've been scrolling on my phone.
Well, there's so many messages to go through.
Dude, I have found some memories in here.
Oh, dude, there's some good conversations in this group chat.
There are some things that should not have been said.
Oh, for sure. All right. Well,
What a night.
fellas, I would say,
that's a podcast, huh?
yeah, that's a podcast.
Another successful recording.
Oh, yeah. Darick and Connor, thanks for joining us. You guys are real troopers coming.
I appreciate you having me on your show.
I appreciate it as well. Pleasure to be on.
We
You
appreciate
guys
you
are both
fellas
coming
joining
back.
us this week.
Check those numbers at the end.
Darick, I'll have to say, I think I'd love to have you back on here. And I hate saying it, but it's going to happen. Connor, you too.
Whenever.
Derek lasted longer than
I'd love
Brett
to be
did.
back.
I did. Usually I do, but
Yeah, Darick usually does. Oh, that's awesome. Darick also has ED though, so that's why. But anyway, all right, that's a podcast, fellas. All right, well, from me, Connor, Cole, no one cares about Brett, and for some reason we care about Darick. It's the Party Pals podcast. Spencer, you know the drill. Play Freebird.
Play Freebird.